Hi, you're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra. As we draw the curtains on 2023, it is a great time to rewind and to see how the year gone by has really panned out for Indian markets and for investors. Now, the Nifty 50 has actually delivered positive annual returns for the 8th straight year. 8 straight years of positive returns is something that is unique to India. None of the other markets have actually seen such a long run of positive gains coming in for straight 8 years as well. Now, the only year after 2012 during which the index actually delivered negative returns was the year 2015. Even underscoring the resilience amid various challenges that Indian markets foresaw, despite grappling with significant headwinds including global monetary tightening, particularly through the US Fed hikes, the Indian economy and the stock markets have actually demonstrated notable strength through the entire year. Of course, the start was not as hunky-dory, but of course, June onwards and July onwards, we did see a one-way uptrend into the Indian markets. There was no looking back for the Indian markets at large. The Indian stock market stood tall after also surpassing the $4 trillion mark, crossing the valuation of even Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Now, India has joined the ranks of stock market superpowers across the world, a title that was only held by the United States, China and Japan so far, being the 5th highest stock market in the world as well. Now, post-September rally on the Nifty, it has actually taken the annual gains for the index for about 20% or so. And if we exclude the post-COVID year of, say, 2021, this 2023 has been the best annual performance of the Nifty for the index, especially from the year 2017 until now. Now, the Nifty Bank Index has also been an outperformer, especially in the December series, with nearly 75% of the 2023 gains coming in the month of December itself, because it was an underperformer for a large part of 2023. But in December, the Nifty Bank really rose about 13% for the entire year and 12% especially coming in for the last 2 months alone, which is within 1,500 points of scaling the mark of 50,000 as well. So that's again a big heavyweight really moving in forward. In fact, all the 12 constituents of the Nifty Bank also delivered positive returns in 2023, led by Punjab National Bank, that was up 70% this time. Also, stocks like Bandhan Bank, that was up 2.2%. However, this was an underperformer this time. Now, the Nifty 500 also rallied about 23%. So the rally was not just limited to the large caps, the Sensex and the Nifty or the Nifty Bank, the benchmark indices at large, but even the broader markets as well, which have actually seen an outperformance. In fact, when you look down deeper, the Nifty mid-cap 50 and the small-cap 50 indices really outperformed the entire markets with over 47% and 60% returns respectively. Now, with a rally of 6,345%, I'll repeat myself, a rally of 6,345%, it was one stock that was seen as the biggest wealth creator of 2023. I'm talking about Integrated Industries. That was the top gainer of 2023. The shares soared to 466 rupees as against just about 7 rupees odd or so that was seen in the December of last year. The stock has really rallied pretty sharply and remarkably as well. In fact, an investor who would have invested 1 lakh rupees on December 30th of the last year in Integrated Industries has now seen their investments grow to over 64 lakhs. The next stock is Prime Industries. That's up 3,266% on a year-to-date basis. Aintra Ventures is up 3,115% year-to-date. Also, Jhaveri Credits and Capital is up almost 2,500%. These were the other majors from the small-cap basket list. Now, as many as 11 stocks from the broader markets also rallied over 1,000% in 2023, and that shows you how broad the rally was for this entire year. Both the mid-cap and the small-cap indices, when you talk about the mid-cap 100 and the small-cap 100 indices, they've surged about 42 to 45% respectively on a year-to-date basis as well. Now, what was the other factor that supported the markets? As far as the flows are concerned, so far this fiscal, we've actually seen the domestic institutional investors having invested $12 billion and the FIIs pulling in $23 billion into the Indian markets respectively as well. So without a doubt, 2023 has been a year which has seen remarkable wealth creation in the secondary market, but even more so when we talk about the primary markets, especially the initial public offers or the IPO market that has been buzzing, especially in the latter half of the calendar year. This space was red hot. We actually saw 176 small and medium-sized enterprises or the SMEs coming up with the IPOs and 57 main board listing to date, along with some outstanding debuts and subscriptions from both SME IPOs and the main board IPOs as well. In fact, let's dig down deeper. 62 of the 176 SME IPOs that were listed this year delivered multi-bagger returns. India also reported the second highest number of IPOs in the world after China in this year, 2023. Indian companies collectively raised $7 billion or around 54,000 crore rupees through this IPO route in 2023. Now, the big question is, after the stellar run that we've already seen into the markets, an 11,000 point run for the Sensex at large in this year 2023 and over 3,500 points of a surge for the Nifty in 2023, where will the markets really go from here? Well, most of the experts do believe while the uptrend may be sustained, but of course some caution needs to prevail as the markets have already run up pretty sharply in a short period of time as well. The markets, however, some experts believe are now in an overbought zone, especially when you talk about some of the pockets like mid and small caps. However, most of the experts also say that this is not the time to go short on the markets because the long-term trend is still on the upside and therefore one has to stay with the trend. However, they have also suggested that one should stay cautiously invested in this current market. What are the potential headwinds? Well, slowdown in growth, especially in the developed markets, tightened liquidity conditions, regulatory uncertainties, heightened competition from other emerging markets, and are also some of the rays, of course, the political developments. There are 40 countries that will be going through elections this year in 2024. And of course, the two of the biggest democracies, the US and India, also going in for general elections. So the political landscape will also be another very, very important factor to track as the markets go forward from here. But this is a wrap of 2023, a definite year where investors cheered the gains that they have made in overall market scenario. We will wrap it up at that. Many thanks for tuning in. A happy new year to all of you, all our viewers at large, and see you in the new year with more and exciting news from the world of business and stock markets.